And good morning from the Country 96 Artist Lounge. I'm the professor, Greg Holman, on Mixed Country 96, talking with Rachel Stacy. And first of all, my first question, I guess, is how many people have called you Stacy Rachel?
All the time. I actually almost got in a lawsuit because they lost my record somewhere and said I didn't pay a bill because I'm state. They're like, no, Stacy. So they had totally misplaced me in the R's. Mm-hmm. 2 first names. So.
And all these forms, you have to fill that last name first.
Yes, exactly.
People.
They're like, thank you, Stacy. I'm like, I just give up now. I'm like, call me Stacy. I don't
Either
care.
one, yeah.
Exactly.
Either one's fine. You're from Texas?
Well, I live in Texas, yes.
Okay. Where did you grow up?
Here it goes, right? You guys ready?
We're ready.
Right.
Deep breath.
Okay, born in Illinois, raised in Oklahoma, moved up to California, did California, New York, Nashville, and then ended up in Texas.
Okay.
So here I am, but I'm based out of Texas because at one time it was it's cheaper to live there.
Okay.
But when I first got my first record, I went out independent and I came back with my first deal. This is before I was independent again, and they said we need you to move to Texas, or back to. Actually, they told me to move to that region, and I was like, I'm not moving back to Oklahoma. I will move to Texas.
Okay.
It's big there.
So you've been all the United States. What's your favorite place to be?
New York.
New York? Big Apple?
Well, that's what I mean. I love New York, or I could have a small ranch at Waco. I mean, I just really am.
Versatile?
I'm home bipolar. Does that make sense?
You are known to be a fantastic fiddle player.
Thank
We're going to probably hear a little bit of that later on.
Maybe a little.
So, okay. How old were you when you started playing?
Well, we were talking about that earlier. 5 or 6. I'm 5 or 6 years old. And I was classically trained first. I started in the symphony and stuff first, and then moved on into the big world. There's no money in classical symphony.
You want to tell your little joke? Difference between?
Yes, okay. So what is the difference between a fiddle player and a violin player?
I don't know. What's the difference?
Violin players have teeth.
Oh my.
I know all my fiddle player friends are gonna watch this. I'll be like, sorry, Sean. I know you have teeth. Easton Corbin's fiddle player is a friend of ours.
How do you know when an elephant's been in the refrigerator?
Oh no, why?
There's footprints on the butter. Okay, let's move on.
I have to wrap my head around that one. Hold on. I'm just kidding.
I have your bio here, and there are a couple things that caught my attention. First of all, I've heard that one of the most difficult songs to perform is the national anthem.
I've heard that.
You did that in front of, I don't know if the game was televised or not, but you did that in front of probably 50,000 people at the stadium. What was that all like?
Well, okay, let me preface. The year before I did the national anthem this last year at the Ranger Stadium, the year before I did God Bless America, 7th inning stretch to 36,000 plus millions of viewers.
Right.
And then this one was whatever, 50,000 whatever. And so I was almost prepared because I was really nervous the year before, but since I kind of knew the format, when to walk in and stuff like that.
Right.
But I did almost, I had to ever write it down because I was like,
oh yeah.
Whew, yeah.
That would be the ultimate embarrassment if you forget the words to our national anthem.
Exactly, and but sometimes you're so nervous that I did a pro hockey long time ago. I was younger and a lot younger, and I messed up the first that one little phrase. You can't catch it after that. You know the whole stadium's like.
I think it was the Eli Young band that messed it up at a Chiefs game.
Oh yeah, actually I heard about that.
They're still talking about that. So.
Well, hey, that's publicity. Maybe I should have.
Right, exactly. Bad publicity is better than none at all.
Yeah, right.
Okay, well, for your first number, let's hear the national anthem. No, let's.
Ooh,
go ahead and play something for us. I know your new single's Boomerang, but that requires the entire band.
I like that. Okay, let's do this. Let's talk about this. Garth Brooks. Okay, it's that moment. You want to represent the best you can.
Sure.
You know, the whole lip syncing thing.
Right.
So I'm like, yay, Garth, the way to go, because he wanted to represent himself the right way. So that's how I feel about Boomerang.
Okay.
So we like to do a song, and I will recruit my backup singer and my social media girl to come and play rhythm for me.
Okay, sounds good. So what song are you going to play first?
It's called Wasted.
Wasted.
Yes, and we've been doing it for the station just because it's a fun fiddle and it's a fun, you can actually go online and get it off my old record.
All right.
Yeah.
Rachel Stacy, Wasted.
All right, you got it. but no, you'd sell the devil your soul. You do no wrong. I'll sing about you in my song. When you're all alone, don't pick up their phone, 'cause I'm gone. I saw the writing on the walls from here. You'll be the one who's crying in the I'm wasted, drunk again in your lies. I fail. I'm going to enjoy this time, watching you burn in hell around. I'll sing about you in my song when you're all alone, and you're gonna be the one all alone. Don't pick up the phone, 'cause I'm gone.
Well, yeah, you're hard on those bows, aren't you?
Yeah, I told you. Yes.
Need another one for the next song?
Exactly.
And those are quite expensive, I understand, to get repaired.
Yeah, they every fiddle player knows that once you've broken all of the hair on it and it can't get really thin, it's so expensive. And I'll have like 10 bows to back me up. This is my baby. This is the very, very expensive bow. But we were talking before that the black hair is mariachi hair, which is, it's much more coarse. So for an evil player like me that breaks them all the time, I have to get that.
I see.
And it's cool looking.
Well, that was very good.
Right.
Now, when we hear that song on record, I'll call it,
Okay.
a CD, are you playing the violin on
Yes.
it, on the fiddle on that?
Yes, I play all my own.
Okay, not a session musician.
No.
Okay. All right.
I play sessions too, so it's like, yeah, no, it's me.
Okay, cool. I want to ask you before you do another number for us about Sturgis. Are you a biker yourself?
Well, I was raised around it. So my dad died 11 years ago, but he was a big old Harley guy, and he was a retired cop in U.S. Marshal. But he when he retired, he was always out on his red Harley. It was like a '72 Electra Glide, big old huge bike, and everybody knew him for his Harley. So when he died, the town was everybody wanted his Harley. I especially wanted his Harley, but it was too big for me to keep. It wasn't practical for a girl in Los Angeles to have a Harley in Los Angeles in an apartment. And they put it in a museum for him. So that he was. So I've been raised around it. So the point of me telling you he passed, 11 years ago, right after he passed, I got booked in Sturgis, and so I've played Sturgis 5 or 6 times since then. And then of course I'll go back next year and work the full throttle and the knuckle every year. And it was like my dad was with me, you know. So
sure.
it's really cool.
So will that song "Wasted"? Will that go over well at Sturgis?
Yes, very much.
figured it
The
would.
funny thing is, I even have like my hardcore, like I've on my albums I have between, Southern rock, roots, country, all mixed together. I'm kind of all jack of all trades when it comes to our show, because we do everything. And these bikers, man, they love old, like my old swinging country. Like I'll have a waltz, and it'll pack. I mean, it's crazy what they like. But one of the main country bands out there is called the Fried Brothers, and they're the biker gang, can't say who, band, and they're amazing. They're these bearded country guys. That's
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
Speaking of bearded people, ZZ Top.
I was gonna wait. I was wonder if that was gonna seg into that.
Segue, yeah, okay.
Yes, that was pretty amazing.
I think I've seen ZZ Top before, and of course I grew up with ZZ Top. I think Frank Beard is the one without the beard.
He's the drummer.
Yeah.
It's funny because when that whole tour, I remember they weren't talking. And so when we played in Indiana with them, we were told not to talk to them, and the buses had to be a certain amount of feet apart. But they made up now, but they weren't talking. It was weird. It's so weird. It's like, what? I know you're in a band together. You know, we know some big country acts that don't talk to each other.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, come on, guys, just suck it up. Come to work and pretend like you like each other.
I saw a fight. I won't say where, but I saw a fight between the Tractors and the Kentucky Headhunters as to who was going to open, who was going to close.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
They got
I love the
into it.
Kentucky Headhunters. I've worked with them too.
Yeah. Well, I want to before you leave, I want to hear anher song.
Okay, I'm gonna do one by myself.
Okay.
That's okay.
Sure.
South of town, we used to play down by the wishing railroad day. On Saturday, we bring our lucky penny and wish our lives away. Grandpa, say careful what you wish for. It might end up coming true. Then at 16, there you were, driving that beat up trouble by the river. All I could do is think of a Saturday when I'd have a moment to drop that penny just for you. The red bike I wished for came easy. You became wish number 2. Oh, the stars, they spell out your name. Why am I going through so much pain? Grandpa, please visit that wishing well again for me. Make wish number 3. This old house in the country we live is a symbol of the life we've chosen. Empty hallways, broken windows, and a pastor that is insane when he harvest moves. All I ever wanted to do was love you. It's not like I wish for the moon. Oh, the stars, they spell out your name. Why am I going through so much pain? Grandpa, please visit that wishing well again for me. And make wish number 3. Oh, starlight, star bright, for stars see tonight. Help me see this through, 'cause they were shame me, shame mine. Make this wish come true. Wish number 3. Grandpa, say careful what you wish for. It's not like I wish for the moon. Oh, the stars, they spell out your name. Every day I see them fade away. How can they fall when this was all I wish to come true? Oh, the stars, they spell out your name. Why am I going through so much pain? Grandpa, please visit that wishing well again for me. Make wish number 3. Wish number 3. Wish number 3.
Wishing well. Did you write that song?
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
That sounds like a single for sure.
Now, let me. The funny thing about Mike Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
since we were talking about him, our executive producer is Mike Thomas of that particular record.
Right.
And he said, "We will back your record. We'll be, whatever, if you cut that song," because they heard me do it live. And I was like, "All right, cool."
Okay.
So it's because as a songwriter, you never know what's a single, what's a not, what's a not, what's a not.
We get a lot of people through here. Molly can attest to that. She's our camera person. That
She's doing great, Molly.
it's kind of vanilla. That people can tend to kind of sound all the same, but you're different. I like the fact that you
Thank
stepped
you.
out. You take a little bit of a chance, I think, with your music.
I do.
And you remind me a little bit. I hope you like her, Gretchen Wilson.
I've gotten her.
Okay.
And Regina Raleigh calls me like a Lacey J or a Bonnie Tyler.
Lacey J. Yeah.
I get Tanya, Bonnie, and Melissa.
Mhm.
I never know.
Yeah.
Thank you though. I appreciate it.
Very
It's
nice.
singing through that whole rasp that's been many years of just singing through it. I had a natural rasp always.
Mhm.
And when I went to college and I got a vocal scholarship, they were like, she's not gonna be an opera singer.
We all know it gets more raspy when you get to college.
Yeah. Oh yes, exactly.
Secondhand smoke.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
Exactly. Well, Rachel, best of luck to you. Thanks for coming by today.
Thanks for supporting us.
Some really great music.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank
I'll
you
ask you
so
about your
much.
tattoos next time. Rachel Stacy with us
See.
on the Country 96 Artist Lounge. I'm the Professor, Greg Holman.